At Astra Boys. All right, this is the At Astra Boys Sports Podcast. And I welcome all of you. This is going to be our first show. So we're going to have a lot of hiccups. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you. So, to start off, go ahead and push that pause on me. So, we're going to be a different kind of podcast. All right, we're going to talk about sports. Now, you hear in the title, At Astra Boys. We are from Kansas City, Kansas. We're just your average Joes that like sports. All right, we play a few of them, not very good. So we'll talk about local sports from Kansas City. We're going to talk about the Chiefs, the Royals. We'll talk about Sporting KC on occasion. I'm a big fan of them. We'll talk about even sports from across the country, different sports. All right. What you're not going to get is professional analysis. Like I said, we have jobs, and we're just the average folks. We're not going to talk about the NHL. I wouldn't mind going to see.
We're not going to talk about hockey.
Right.
Oh, no hockey, guys. No
right.
hockey.
No hockey. I wish I grew up with it, but I didn't. I don't get it. We're not going to talk about NASCAR, even though it's here in KCK.
Unless we get free tickets. NASCAR, if you
go.
guys are tuning in, we would love to come and see the races for free.
NASCAR race is pretty cool for about 10 laps.
Here's the trick. Here's the trick to NASCAR. When you go, you have to bet. And if you're not betting, it's not going to be a good time.
That's a lot of sports.
It is a lot of sports.
Always bumps it up.
So, yeah, we have our very own NASCAR here in KCK. We get that. Now, would I mind going? I've never been. I try to stay away from the place.
I went once.
It gets way too crowded. I wouldn't mind checking it out. I don't get it. But like T.I. said here, and we're also going to be covering some sports betting, and we'll just be talking about different things, different stories. We'll talk a little bit about women's soccer. We have our very own Casey Current. Big fan of theirs. I'm a big fan of the national team. You guys ever watch the national team at all?
I haven't caught them playing yet.
But I know
You'll have to bring us up to date on them.
The women's about to get that new stadium, so that's going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that too, man. So, that way if you ever visit Kansas City, we'll let you know the best places to hit up. I know a lot of great restaurants. I don't know if you can tell behind the bar.
He does like to eat.
I have a lot of friends that own restaurants for some reason. It just happens to work out that way. Now I'll introduce myself. I go by Waltz. My name is Waltz, like the dance. Casey Waltz. And over here on my left
is Joe Hoopman.
Which is weird. I'm looking for my left.
Right.
All right. Right. And then my other counterpart.
This is T.I., two-time Cactus League champion, three-time Imperial League champion, and two-time Argentine Fantasy League champion.
Now, T.I. is the original T.I. before T.I. was
T.I. before T.I.
The rapper was T.I. So we hold those. I mean, I have video, all right? I have video that we were calling T.I. way before
That is true.
So, with that being said, this is our first show. We are on St. Patrick's Day. It is a Friday, and
I see you have no green on.
It's underneath my hoodie.
Okay.
Do you?
I do.
It's underneath your hoodie.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we're on camera present.
Yeah. So they can see.
Just kidding. We don't need you to take your shirt off. So I forgot that I had this today, actually, and I saw it in my closet. And I was pretty happy to come across this. So
that's a good looking one.
Great reason to put it on today. Thank you very much.
So.
It's a great knockoff.
Which is weird. I have a military style one too, but we don't ever see the Chiefs play or anybody in the NFL in their military style.
So what you'll see them on the sideline. So it'll be the coaches. They'll be donning whatever flavor is that month. So
Yeah,
I've seen it on the sidelines, but never have they played in it. No,
Right.
but they certainly sell them online, which is smart, right? When you got Patrick Mahomes, you got to come up with a way. How do we sell like 10 different jerseys, right? That have this guy's name on it, and that's the brilliance of it, right?
I guess if you think about it, if everybody has the same jerseys, it's the same colors, military green, it's kind of hard to figure out who's who.
Yeah, I guess one team would have to be the Arctic white colors of the Army fatigue.
That would make sense.
There we go.
Or the what is it? The Desert Storm Browns.
The Desert Storm would still be pretty similar.
So as you can tell, we did not grow up military, so some of us were pretty similar, but either way. So we're going to be talking about different things, updated things around this city. So please stay tuned, stick around, and then we'll see how it goes. So we did our intros. We went over what we're going to cover and don't cover. We're going to talk about a little bit about the Super Bowl. I know it's a little late, but
we're just getting started.
Can we talk about, before we talk about the Super Bowl, can we talk about the AFC Championship game? Okay. Because that, to me, obviously before the Super Bowl, that felt like the Super Bowl.
At Burrowhead?
Right? Burrowhead. Yeah, Burrowhead, right? So, question for you guys. Who would you say, aside from Patrick Mahomes, was the MVP of that game?
Are you thinking Chris Jones? Or are you thinking Kadarius Toney because of what he did?
Yeah, no. I'm leaning towards.
You have your own answer.
I do have my own answer, but I want to see what you guys say first.
All right, okay.
I already have my answer. I already know who it is. You said one of them, so yeah, there you go.
Obviously, Toney for the punt return.
No, so actually, Chris Jones. Chris Jones was my MVP for that game. He was a
monster that day for sure.
Yes,
he was all over it.
Yeah, he finally proved the point. He finally got the monkey off his back. And he got to Joe Burrow quite a bit. Now, don't get me wrong.
3 sacks, I believe.
I do like Joe Burrow. I like him for a fantasy league, and he seems pretty cool. But they got their asses whooped when they came to Kansas City. And we finally proved the point, and we moved on and won another Super Bowl. I thought that was the Super Bowl. I thought going against the Cincinnati Bengals was the game. Not when we went against Philadelphia Eagles. Right there, I didn't think it was a big deal. The highest they went up, what was it? 13 points, 10 points, or whatever.
10, I think it was 10
at halftime. I wasn't worried, you know.
Oh, that's the best time to make a bet on the Chiefs when they're down 10.
Yeah, talk about that.
And I'll say the one thing that I find kind of weird is that they don't talk about it a lot. I mean, they do talk about Patrick Mahomes when he got that they got that penalty for pushing him out of bounds, right? But that run, if you remember right, wasn't he hurt? Right before that, and he was out limping around, and the fact that he was able to just dig down deep enough to where I didn't see that coming. I didn't think he'd be able to get those kind of yards, but I mean, he soldiered up, right? And he went out and got us 15, 20 yards.
Dude, Mahomes always does whatever it takes.
He did it in the Super Bowl too, which
been here.
I guess what we're leading into here.
Patrick Mahomes is my best friend, and he is just on another level. That is crazy, and he's still young. How old is he? He's only been in the league 27.
Yep,
that's ridiculous. If he's going to play as long as Tom Brady played, we have a lot to be rooting for.
I mean, for us, it's almost unbelievable because we've never had a quarterback. We've always had some rinky-dink quarterback, whatever, this guy, that guy. But he's since Len Dawson, which was before we was even alive. But, I mean, yeah.
We kept on recycling quarterbacks from the 49ers. We had
Gerbach. We had Joe Montana for 2 years, but that was at the end of
Gerbach. I forgot he came from the 49ers.
Yeah, remember, he took us
He was one of the most. He to me was the most frustrating quarterback we ever had, and it really wasn't necessarily his fault. It was because we had Rich Gannon sitting on the bench, and I knew Rich Gannon was better than him.
I was going to bring that up,
but they were too proud not to start their guy that they give the fat contract to.
Could you imagine?
And he had the starters don't lose their job because of injury.
And look what happened. We traded him away to the Raiders. And then he took the Raiders to the freaking Super Bowl.
And got MVP that year.
Was he MVP that year?
He was MVP that year, yes. But they lost the Super Bowl. I believe they lost the Super Bowl. But he was the MVP that year. I was very salty when we lost Gannon because I knew, right? When Gerbach went out, I remember when when Rich Gannon came in, he was killing it. He had it, right? He kind of reminded me of Doug Flutie, but taller, right?
And he had that leadership. I mean, it wasn't just about his skills on the field, but it was his leadership on the field. Everybody listened to him, and he got pissed if you weren't in the right position. A lot of these younger quarterbacks are just like, buddy, and they, call timeout. No, not Rich Gannon. He knew how to run a team.
I think he was one of the first quarterbacks that were like pass and run. And at that time, they had Steve Young.
Yeah,
it was like really uncommon for the.
I don't know. What about Randall Cunningham? When was he around?
Yeah.
I think he was before, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And Warren Moon, even. I mean, Warren Moon was one of those guys that I think he was one of the first ones running around. No,
Warren Moon. I don't think Warren Moon ran around.
Maybe he didn't.
He had.
Am I stereotyping?
Yeah, you might be.
I might be. I felt like you know what? No, that's right. Because Warren Moon always threw for like a lot of yards.
Yeah. And he was a quarterback at the Chiefs for a while, 1 year.
Who was that?
Yeah, we'll edit out the stereotype comment.
Right. I mean, it was funny though.
Yeah. Not everybody.
Which brings us to Michael Irvin. Kidding.
Did Waltz give you the look? Like, hey, cut it out.
No. But
other things that we don't talk about politics unless it has something to do
with football,
with sports, any type of sports. Let me take the time out to give thanks to our sponsor. We're sponsored by Smoketown Barbecue, located on Shawnee Mission Parkway. In is it Shawnee?
It is definitely Shawnee Mission Parkway in Shawnee, Kansas.
No. It's in Overland Park.
An Overland Park, like I said. Excuse
me.
me.
Let me get you. Yeah, Smoketown Barbecue.
This guy over there at the end thinks he knows everything.
Shawnee Mission Parkway, Overland Park, Kansas.
7702 Shawnee Mission Parkway, the home of the Smoketown Throwdown.
If you haven't tried it, you should.
Their sauce is fantastic. The meat is fantastic. You need to go there if you're looking for a good barbecue and you want to stay away from your typical, Jack Stacks, Arthur Bryant's, all the ones that are very popular. And you want to try something else, go to Smoketown. That's the place.
Yeah, no, it's like like Jack Stack's like all big, fancy, whatever. Mm-hmm. Smoketown's more, hey, let me get here, get some good food, get out.
Hey, but let me tell you that the pulled pork is fire. And you cannot forget about, what complements it perfectly is their Texas toast. So the Texas toast is underrated. I'm trying to tell you. But that pulled pork is fire. You guys need to come try it.
And when T.I. says something's good food-wise, you better jump on it because he doesn't like much.
So sometimes we'll have a jersey.
Just good food.
His nickname literally is Texas Toast T.I.
It's really not, but it was on a jersey one year.
Oh, hey, by the way, so earlier, Joe gave T.I. this. It's a bottle opener on the top, and it's also a corkscrew so you can open up a bottle of wine. So this brother right here.
Hold on. He's demonstrating how to use it. Go ahead, Walt.
I asked him for a Yingling. He gets it, sets it down, and starts doing this. I don't know. Joe gave me this. I don't know. All right. Take it easy before you hurt yourself. Let me show you how it's done.
Show us how it's done, sir.
Oh, he got it. Got it.
I don't know. Apparently he doesn't drink wine. I don't know what he was thinking.
Don't drink wine.
Or he doesn't even drink beer bottles. I don't. Yeah, didn't make sense to me.
I wonder how he got that.
Don't worry, folks. We'll edit that out.
No, it's just going to be a straight show. I don't know.
Right. I forgot. This is live streaming over here.
Yeah. So those of you that are listening on your way to work, hope we made your day on that joke. Oh, well, if you're listening to it and you didn't see the prop, it's a corkscrew opener for your wine bottles. He tried to use that to open up a beer bottle. I don't know. He's like 48 years old. I don't get it.
He is 40. You're going to be 48 this year, huh, Tony?
I think so. I haven't even thought of that, actually.
I'm 47, so he's going to turn 49.
No, he's already 47.
No. So I'm
He'll
47
turn-
now. I'm
yeah,
gonna turn
yeah.
48. So I know. I am the oldest here. So I know what that probably means. We're gonna go and we're gonna play softball. I'm gonna be the slowest guy out there.
Actually, you're the fastest on the team.
Yeah,
I
Besides,
might be.
he's the second fastest.
So what do they say?
Yeah.
Hey, look, age is just a number.
There you go. I like
My
it.
speed represents my age. Like 40, I'm telling you, like seriously, 47 is like the new 35.
I can agree with that.
I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
do
yeah.
believe that. Actually, I truly
I
believe
think
that.
if I were to go
really
back in
do.
time and I felt myself at 35 compared to now, all right, I guess. Yeah, 10
Oh.
pounds later.
35 feels a whole bunch better than 46.
Well, I'll say this. So for me, I have much better habits at my age now than when I was 35. Right, since we're talking about 35.
Oh yeah, because you're getting older. You're like, man,
Yeah.
I have to.
And
do
in
stuff.
some ways, and it's funny, there are some things that I feel like, hey, in some aspects of life, yeah, it's a little bit healthier, right? Stronger, things like that.
Right.
Sound like you wanted to laugh, no?
No, I have the sniffles.
So Waltz has the sniffles. No, but seriously,
Thank you.
it's just weird the way that works. So we'll see how it works out this upcoming season.
He's going to cry in the car.
When does the softball start?
It's always the weekend after
Easter.
Easter.
Yeah. Yep.
What is that, the 26th?
Let's look it up.
So, folks, we play softball co-ed. It's a beer league. We enjoy it. We don't care if we win or lose.
We actually
Actually,
do kind
we
of
do.
care if we win or lose. I don't know what this guy is talking about, but go ahead.
I know what you mean when you say that. It's like we're not going to
Listen,
get all pissed off.
yeah.
And,
Let me
like,
explain.
mad. Yeah,
There you
let me
go.
explain.
Explain.
So, when we show up and play, we don't bitch at each other. And so, we just like to booze and play. And if we happen to screw up and win a couple of championships like we have,
Right.
then so be it. If we don't,
There you go. I got
Yeah.
the plaque over there. The end of the baseballs.
we got to, well, they can't see it, but yeah, we got a bunch of trophies and stuff. So we've been giving them to Spoketown. He's been sponsoring our team. So, but yeah, come on down, check us out, and see how terrible we are on at City
Well,
Park.
we're gonna see about that. I mean, really, honestly, we've been an up and down team. Let's, if we really kind of break it down over the years, right? We've been at the bottom of the league. Well, not necessarily the very bottom of the league, but we've been down.
Yes, we have. When
We've
we
been
first
down
started,
there, like not always, never the
there's
worst
been
team,
A couple teams that were worse than us,
but we've been down there, right? But we've also been at the top of the league, and we've won the tournaments, right? And we've beaten the good teams.
A lot of it depends on what girls we have on our team.
It all depends on what girls we have on the
It
team.
does.
We're gonna keep it real.
Okay, so the guys, all of us are probably in our 40s.
Yeah, and
late
we're all
40s.
awesome, by the way.
Okay,
We're all really good.
what we do count on is how badass our women are. I mean, we have women power. I mean, I can, yeah, our women compared to your women on your co-ed softball team, just as long as they're better than yours, then we will win. They're pretty much average. There's a couple of guys that can hit home runs, but I've hit one.
It all comes down to attendance. It all comes down to attendance for the girls.
Yes,
If,
yes, it does.
I'm
if
a
all the
better
girls
DJ.
attend, we're in good shape.
Right.
I'm a better DJ than hitting the ball. So I take pride in that.
I will say this: you're better at hitting the ball than you are at bowling.
Okay.
Hey, so,
Well, no, I'm
No,
giving
I
you a
agree with
genuine
you. I
compliment.
don't play. I don't bowl. You know.
so that one home run wasn't it an out?
Yes. So
No, that's my second.
hold on.
okay.
So you did hit an official home run,
Yes.
but your first. Let's talk about this. So it took several years for you to hit your first home run, and what was the result of your first home run?
it was an out
Oh,
because we already had too many home runs. That was my
Mm.
first home run.
why did you try to hit it so hard then?
Wow.
Sometimes
bro, I don't have home run power. I
Sometimes
was
it just
just
happens.
hitting.
I thought I was hitting it to the warning track.
Yeah. Yeah. I hit it so hard. I was like, wow, look at that clear.
Hey, you know what?
Okay.
It wasn't out, but we were all proud of you. That was a
But
great
my
moment.
official home run, it did. I don't know if you guys remember it or not, but it hit the top of the fence. It was like, I don't know, man. Which side should I go?
Should I come back in or
I
go
don't
out?
know. Look at the poor guy. I mean, everybody's excited for him. Fuck it. I'm just gonna lean over this way, and it went. It went to the outfield, and I finally hit my first home run. It was a single. I mean, or one run home run. So
Oh, solo. That's what you're
solo.
doing.
Yeah. This Yingling is starting to feel pretty good.
They're going down.
Oh yeah, the Yingling. However, the other unofficial sponsor of the Ad
Yeah,
Astra
look us
Boys. Look us up, Yingling. We'd happily take cases of this, and we'll sponsor you for free.
All right, so I got a list of things I wanted to talk about. One of them is Be Enemy. Our assistant coach, our offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, he's moving on to, I don't know, to pastures. I'm not sure they're greener.
I would call them browner pastures.
It's in Washington D.C., so yeah, maybe brown. I don't even know if they have grass.
They were talking that Lamar Jackson was going to get moved to Commanders. Now, if he can get Lamar Jackson,
well, yeah, okay.
Because right now he went to a team that does not have a quarterback. And what do you have to have in the NFL? A quarterback.
They should have re-signed Carson Wentz. I'm honestly kidding, but
right. Well, I think
he's a bust. But back to Be-Enemy.
$25 million by cutting him or something crazy. So yeah, I think Be-Enemy's time here was great, but man, going to Washington, that's going to be a tough one.
Now the thing I wanted to talk about though is, okay, so he's won what, 2 championships, right? Mm-hmm. Been to Super Bowl 3 times. I'm not sure what else he needs to prove to get a chance to be a head coach. Is it his interview skills? Because I've heard him. I've heard when they interview him, you know, he says the same things over and over again. At the end of the day, that's just everything. At the end of the day, you know, is it that, or is it because he's just, everybody just thinks he's in the shadow of an Andy Reid and he's not calling the plays?
I think it's definitely that he's in the shadow of Andy Reid. Everybody thinks Andy Reid's calling the plays. He's running the offense. If you see Andy Reid on the sideline, when the defense is out there, he's over talking to Mahomes. Andy Reid doesn't even care about the defense.
And I could prove it. There was the video on the first Super Bowl. You can hear the Wasp play. He's talking to Andy Reid or whoever else on the headset. He likes the Wasp. He wants to run the Wasp. He wants to run the Wasp. She would run the Wasp. You know, he's asking for permission. You're the offensive coordinator. Say, yeah, we're going to run the Wasp. Patrick Mahomes loves the Wasp. We're going to do it. Why are you asking for permission? This is why I think he wasn't doing the play calling. Now, maybe every once in a while, I was like, okay, I like this play. And then Andy Reid's like, go ahead. But he had to wait for this. I think this is why sometimes Patrick Mahomes got so pissed off that he would, you know, like, come on. He does this little finger thing, you know, like, you know, come on.
That kind of looks like the T.I. guarantee.
T.I. guarantee.
T.I. guarantee.
But he always did this. You know, come on. Well, because they're sitting there, he's asking for permission, and then Andy Reid's like, I don't know, should I give it to him? So that's why he had to move on to Washington, D.C. Now, he's one of the very few offensive coordinators that decided to leave their team to go to get another offensive coordinator job to prove himself. Why not anybody else? Why specifically him? I don't know. I'm not part of those interviews.
Well, there's some theories. There's some theories floating around out there, right? One of them, and I hate to even bring it up, but some people say maybe it's a character thing, and it's crazy because I think they go back to his college days where there was something that happened, right? Yeah. So for me personally, I wouldn't hold any of that against him. I mean, hell, we're talking probably 20-some years ago, right? So, I will say this: his last interview that he gave, right, when he went to the Washington Commanders, I felt that he presented himself very well, and I could see where he probably would do okay in an interview, right?
His interviews have gotten better. When he first started, they were not good.
See, and I didn't watch the early interviews. Yeah. I kid you not, this is probably the only interview I've ever watched of Eric Bieniemy, and so I thought to myself, I was like, he handled himself pretty well, right? And the one thing I'll say is the reason I think he probably should have got a shot, and it's just based on when you look at other people that have gotten a shot, when you look at their resume before they got the shot, he's way more accomplished than some of these people that got the shot.
Both coordinators for the Eagles are now head coaches.
Yes.
They're offensive and defensive coordinator.
But as is life, sometimes it's just all about who you know.
Yeah, when you're talking about interviews, let me correct myself. So his job interviews, I don't think they post those.
That is true.
No.
So I'm just curious, when you're trying to sell yourself for a job interview, what is he doing wrong that he's not getting these positions?
Very true. Well, they probably ask really tough questions in these interviews, and I wish we had a better insight to the type of questions that they're actually asking them on the more, the character side, or just how they deal specifically with players.
Well, he used a lot of cliches or his sayings in his interview. Like, what would you say earlier? At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
I mean,
and good God, every time
he's saying
he
he's
said
getting played out.
Day, if I can get $5 for every time he said that, I would have some money.
So maybe he just wasn't talking technical enough. Because it doesn't seem like he talked very technical. And maybe,
so he doesn't come across analytical enough, perhaps.
Maybe, yep.
That would make sense.
All right, well, let me just throw this out there then. If you were owner of a team and you saw his credentials and you interviewed him, would you actually hire him then as your coach, your head coach? You think he's an actual leader to lead a team?
And here's another thing. Most offense coordinators are quarterback guys. Said quarterback guys. He is not. Obviously, him and Patrick Mahomes bumps heads.
He's a running back guy.
Yeah. And I think a lot of owners are looking for that. They want that new, that new high flying offense, which he does. But is he really the one doing it, or is it Andy Reid?
Let's keep it real. It's Patrick Mahomes, and then
I
think it's Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick Mahomes. None of that happens without Patrick Mahomes.
Well, look at Andy Reid. He is the quarterback whisperer. But you think by now Eric Bieniemy would get a chance because he learned from that learning tree of Andy Reid. All right. Okay. So Tia had to excuse himself. So let's keep on the subject with the Chiefs. Talk about Chris Jones.
Are we going to extend him? You want to get a new contract?
I would think so, man. You know why? He's such a disruptor.
But no, yeah, he's awesome. If we extend him right now, 3 more years, then that'll put him at the end of his career or end of his prime. Why would we not do that?
Yeah, he's not like a running back where, after 4 years, get rid of him after their rookie contract. This is somebody who still has an impact and who can and will be for the next few years. God willing, forbid any kind of injury. But, we gotta tie that up.
Right. And man, I had a thought in my head.
Yeah.
It went out.
Stupid Yinglings?
Yeah.
Oh, you're drinking Bud Light.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we were just talking about Chris Jones extending contract. What do you think?
Oh, no.
Is that what you guys are talking about? Yeah. I wanted to talk about the towels in your bathroom real quick.
What are they on there?
They're nice towels. They got the.
Are they inspirational?
They are inspirational. They got the Chiefs symbol on them.
Yeah.
Did you not see that?
No.
Yeah. So I used the toilet paper though. I didn't want to wipe my hands on it. It didn't seem right.
By the way, when you were at my house last week,
oh boy,
what's the deal with you slamming the toilet seat down every time you take a piss?
Oh, so that's a good question.
And
every
then I
time.
noticed
Hold
that
on.
I took a piss after you. The toilet seat's down again.
I slammed it down one time. Well, you
no,
should. Wait,
man.
Well, first
it was
of all,
3 times.
It wasn't 3 times. So at home, this is why. So at home, we had installed a toilet probably about 3 months ago, and so the toilet seat itself,
so you never
which
had a
I
toilet
like
before
this,
then?
by the way. No, hey,
indoor plumbing.
He had an outhouse.
Maybe you should get a modern toilet. I don't know. So this toilet we installed, literally when I go to put the seat down, you go to put it down like this. So I actually think I did do that the very first time, and I remember I was like, "Shit, I just slammed the seat."
And you did it again.
And then I did it twice. Right? I didn't do it 3 times. You're exaggerating because I remember doing it the second time. Because the second time I just dropped it, and I was like,
"Well, why not just leave it up?
My toilet has hydraulics.
Why you got to jack around on my toilet seat? Well, just leave it up."
Is that how you do it in your house? You guys just leave the toilet seat up?
Sure.
Okay.
And plus, it's just me.
It's one way to do it.
Well, I mean, I hear what Tony's doing. You're supposed to put it down for the ladies. He's being considerate.
Are you the only one that uses that toilet?
So Joe apparently has quiet hydraulics on him because when you
he has
they go down very slowly and nice and soft. And shit. Well, we don't have that in my house.
Nice house, but I mean the toilet is like something from the 60s.
Okay.
All right, so we cleared up Chris Jones, Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh,
Let's
this
keep
is
him.
this is the point I wanted to make.
All right. Now you
so-
thought of it?
Yes. So when he got his first big contract, before he got that, he was whining about it, right? He was pretty hot. He was doing interviews talking about I need this new contract, right? So now he's not. He's not worried about it. He's not saying nothing. He's not out here saying, "Hey, I need an extension. I need this. I need that." So does that make you feel like he knows, like, "Hey, I'm about to get a new contract," or has he just matured a little bit and was like, "Hey, I have a person that does my contract. My agent deals with that. I'm just playing football here."
I have a couple opinions here, real quick. So, he did recently say, and you guys probably seen
He
this,
wants to get
right?
at least the second highest paid.
Well, he also said, "I will never play for another team again. I will only play for the Kansas City Chiefs."
Yeah, he
Now,
just
there's
said
been
that.
plenty of people that said that before,
Yeah,
right?
I'm just saying that.
So, makes me wonder. Yes, that was a thought that maybe he knows something is coming, right? So he has confidence to say that, or he's already getting good endorsement deals that he knows that it's wise to stay with the Kansas City Chiefs.
And here's the point I wanted to make on that too, because before he got his big contract, okay, maybe he made a few $1,000,000, but after that contract, he's made like 50 million. So he's like, okay, I got plenty of money now. I want. It's like Travis Kelsey. He said, I want legacy,
Legacy.
and so maybe that's why he's like, hey, I can be
Yeah.
a Hall of Famer. 2, 3 more Super Bowls possibly.
What's your thoughts on this, Waltz?
I'm just looking at my pad thinking about different sounds I should put in there. You guys go ahead.
Well, that's good. Somebody has to know how to operate this equipment. So we appreciate you, Waltz, for taking the time to.
But yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I think. I mean,
I think we get him a contract next year because he's still under contract.
well, absolutely, he's getting a contract extension. Should it be?
Is next year his last year, or does he have 2 years on his deal? I'm not sure. Either this next year is his last year, or he has 2 years. But still, let's extend him out 3 or 4 more years.
Yeah, let's do that.
And
Everybody else we can work with.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Veach always finds ways to play with that contract to free up the money. So I have confidence in Veach. I
the
trust.
salary cap is just an imaginary number they work around. Every team gets around it one way or another.
Veach is a genius. I don't get it. I don't see how he's doing it. He's a freaking genius. Throughout the season, it's like, oh boy, what did he do there? But then everything worked out fine. Like the rookies we had to plug in.
Oh, dude, our last 2
Good
drafts
God.
have been ridiculous.
And you got to say, too, one of the biggest things that's helped actually is that the best player that the NFL has possibly ever seen, Patrick LeVon Mahomes, right? He took a hometown deal.
You know what? He got $500 million, and everyone's like, he still took a hometown deal.
Yeah.
$500 million.
Well, but here's why.
Ever.
And here's why. Because you see the deals that fell to quarterbacks after his deal went through.
Right.
That's what they're
he gave
compared
it
it to.
flexibility.
Yes.
His contract. He
Yes.
gives flexibility because obviously he's going to make however much money.
He'll be a billionaire.
Yeah.
He will be a
No,
billionaire.
and probably from things other than football. I mean, his endorsement deals. In football,
Yep.
it's hard to get endorsement deals because you don't see their faces, right? Only the top people get endorsement deals. Like the NBA, everybody has a shoe contract in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's because kids can go out and buy those shoes.
What about John Morant? Does he have a deal?
Oh,
yeah.
good God.
Yeah, I thought he
Let's
might-
not
is he-
talk about John.
Is he gonna get a gun deal?
Smith and Wesson.
No, you know what that
Smith
looked
and
like?
Wesson?
I saw
What a
the
jackass,
gun.
man!
He
Come
carries
on.
the same gun that I do.
Oh yeah.
It was a 380, 380 Keltec. And it was tiny. He's all holding it up and shit, but he's still, impactful.
Oh, yeah. He was
But
wilding out.
I'm like, what the hell is you doing, bro? What is you doing?
I have a theory.
They're fighting
Any
security
theories?
guards and shit, threatening security guards at fucking shopping malls and beating up little boys in the fucking
Yeah.
neighborhood. What are
Did
you
you
doing?
see the video they talk about? He's the 8 Mile song because his real name is not Jaw. That's like his middle name. He has some nerdy first name, and
Clarence.
yes, and he was like, and
Made
Clarence's
that up.
parents have a real good marriage.
Yeah.
Because his parents are married. Like you're trying to put off this front like he's a gangster.
Yeah.
But he grew up in like, average town USA.
upper class or something, or
Probably middle class. Yeah.
Here's what I believe, though. I believe that probably at some point when he was in high school, right? And I could be wrong, but just looking at the psychology here, is at some point in high school, that's the kind of people he was hanging around with, where maybe they would flash their guns, they would take pictures, flash their guns, and some people, unfortunately, they want to show that, hey, I'm keeping it real. And I mean, but dude, you're one of the best players in the NBA now.
Did you see the video of him in the strip club?
I could be wrong. It's just a wild guess, right?
Is that the one he was holding?
That's what I'm talking about. In the strip club, it shows him on a video, and he wants to just take out the gun, like just
That's
to
the
show
one
it
he
to
was
his
holding up the gun,
boys.
right?
But yeah, it had all the money everywhere. There's just
I didn't
money.
see that one.
Oh yeah, there's just money everywhere. It was. Somebody commented, like, "Man, I see my whole yearly income on the strip club floor in there."
That's sad.
Yeah,
I'm hoping he did. He came out and apologized. He's hoping to change his ways. I'm hoping that he does. Just stay on the radar, bro.
Hold on.
That was a spokesperson.
Right. Do you think he's really going to change? No. Well,
I'm just saying
he's not going to put it out there.
I'm just saying. I'm
Right?
hoping he does because kids look up to him, and he's just acting like an idiot. He's still a young kid, so hopefully he can learn from this lesson and get over it. Get over yourself. Come on, you're not that damn hard. You for a security guard at a shopping mall, you want to bring more folks with you to confront this dude because it's because his mama did something out there or some shit like that. They try to kick her out.
Is that what?
I have you know far more about it than I do. I just saw a video with a gun, so I ran with it.
Oh no, I think he beat up some 7-year-old kid on a basketball court.
Say what?
Yeah,
no,
like outside of his house. He went back inside of his house.
It was he flashed. He didn't beat him up. I don't think he flashed
he beat up a
gun.
teenager.
That's terrible.
Yes, he beat up a teenager.
He beat up a teenager.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's the word on the street.
Oh my god.
And it's all been within like what 3 months?
Yeah, he's had several incidents.
John Morant, come on, bro.
So,
see, Coca-Cola dropped him actually.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to
I've
send
never even
him
seen him on a
message.
Coca-Cola
Yeah,
commercial.
I had no idea.
He was coming up there. He was going to be the new marketing person. Him and somebody else, but they're just starting that he was going to be in all the Coke advertisements, this and that. And they just.
I hate Pepsi. I hate Pepsi. But damn it, Coca-Cola, if you would have kept them,
That's my buddy right there. My buddy.
Yeah.
This guy over here though, he likes Pepsi.
Well, I like Dr. Pepper if we're drinking it out of a fountain. However, if it's going to be in a bottle, it's got to be Pepsi. Yeah, that's just how it is.
What are you in a third world country?
No.
Do you have a jacket?
We could tell you, actually, so some guy that we worked with, Joe and I, he told us a story about how McDonald's has the special
Filter system.
Yeah, special filter system.
No,
so, and
McDonald's-
that's why
McDonald's-
when I go to McDonald's, I like Dr.
And you
Pepper.
said who else? Quick Trip?
Quick Trip and McDonald's have the best filtration systems.
Filtration system
Yeah,
to
yeah.
drink Coca-Cola.
For your fountain.
You
drinks.
learn
Or
it
Coca-Cola products.
Here on an Astra Boys.
Dr. Pepper is a Coca-Cola product.
Going down live right now. It looks like Purdue is
Dr.
going down.
Pepper is a Pepsi product, isn't it?
Oh, I really
know.
don't know.
Dr.
I
Pepper
just
is their
said that.
own company later, like so
Oh.
here locally.
So we're both wrong
Pepsi,
and right.
Pepsi distributes it here.
All right, you can stop.
but we actually
Dr.
have-
Pepper's owned by.
That's all you gotta say, bro.
No, 'cause we
You're
actually
getting
have-
a history lesson.
We have Dr. Pepper in our warehouse too, because like on our south.
He works
routes-
for Coke. Show him some respect.
But anyway, back to sports.
Yes, back to the Chiefs. Right, we were talking about the Chiefs. Purdue
Purdue's
first.
losing.
Purdue is losing.
Yeah, according to our friend.
Ooh. They're down by one.
So we
with
have an
3
Asian
minutes.
friend. We have an Asian friend. He's Filipino. He loves pho. So we call him Pho Ken. So Pho Ken says that Purdue is going down. Dude, you should have turned on the freaking.
I don't know how to turn the TV on.
It's your house.
I don't come downstairs, man.
Text Anissa.
Oh, man.
Come down, be quiet.
No, they should
Turn the game on.
Well, we could tell her we're on a break.
Oh, yeah, she'll
If
break
not,
the
she'll
game,
try to
whatever.
come in here and try to give her 2 cents about something.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
We'll go ahead and scratch that. I would pull it up on my phone, but I've been recording
I
the
will
entire
say,
time.
a lot
so.
of people in their brackets did not have Purdue going that far. I'm going to say one of my brackets, I do have them winning the whole thing.
So,
the whole thing.
Whoopsie
and
daisies.
Houston, apparently their best players hurt.
The game's not over though.
When?
Houston.
Yesterday?
Yeah, I guess.
Like recently?
Yeah, I guess he's going to be out for the tournament. Their
Oh,
best
I think
player.
I knew that, but they still won.
Well, because they played a 16 seed.
Yeah, that's true. Number one.
But yeah, they were saying that probably Houston's probably going to go out at some point.
What's up with Furman? What?
Oh, Furman beating Virginia?
Yeah.
Look at Virginia. They were the first team to be the number 1 seed and lose in the first round. First and only. Next year they come back, win the championship. Next year, out in the first round. Or I think they went to NIT, but still out in the first round. This year, out in the first round.
So you're saying there's a pattern?
Yeah. So I was listening to some other people talk about this, and they were saying that Tony Bennett, the coach, is just like
Tony Bennett from Harmon.
yeah.
No, Tony Bennett, the singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're saying that he's just too old school. He's not changing with the times. So like he has a good team for regular season because they're mostly defensive. But once they get to the tournament, that's not a good style for them. And
So maybe they get to the tournament. Do you think maybe they just don't have the nerve, or?
Well, they don't have the scoring. They're like in the tournament, I think it's like you have to score points.
Yeah.
Defense is, you can't just be a total defensive team.
And I think too, you got to have depth, right? Because
yeah.
defense is going to come into play when you talk about depth,
And
more so than scoring,
depth,
obviously.
That's a problem with KU this year. I mean, who comes off the bench that you like? Uday.
That dude is so awkward.
Yesufu. I mean, Yesufu is such an athlete, but
I like Yesufu,
he does
but sometimes I think
he does stupid shit.
I think he's too fast for his own good sometimes.
Right.
He's
Is
way
he
too
like
fast. He
Kadarius Toney out there, just kind of wild and out of control?
I like Kadarius Toney,
but I love Kadarius Toney, so it's probably not a great comparison. But
if we could keep Toney healthy, I think he's going to be.
Oh, Kadarius?
That's a tall order, man. That's a tall order.
You guys were talking about right wing one, and my first thought was like, yeah, he probably could be a right wing one, but damn, if him and Pacheco, they both run with this, like they have this chip on their shoulder.
They do.
Right?
Pacheco runs like
they're running to kill somebody.
But Pacheco's a little bit more solid.
Yeah.
Tony is skinny.
He's a jitterbug.
Pacheco runs like if his mama told him something that he did wrong, and he started storming to his room. He's just mad.
Yes.
He's just like, fuck that. I'm not going to listen to you. Just stormed to his room, slammed the door, and like, young man, you better come out here and slam that door again.
Do you guys know the backstory on Pacheco?
Yeah, both his brother and sister were murdered, right?
Murdered, yeah. When he was in, I believe, in high school and possibly the other in college. I'm not sure if I'm getting that information right.
And,
but he lost both of them to murder. Yeah, they were both shot, I believe.
Well, if you would have had your laptop open, you could have looked it up.
Well, I know that I don't need it up. I mean, I closed it because we haven't been using it, obviously. But no, so no, that is a fact, actually.
So we should try that out. We should play a clip or something, huh? What should we look up?
Well, maybe not that, but
Can you look up the Purdue game?
Purdue. That is a very good idea.
All right,
Is Purdue on ESPN?
I don't know. Let's see here.
Probably. We'll log into ESPN.
We kind of bounced around back from basketball to football to
we
basketball. Did. It was flowing. Oh man, 144 left.
144. What's the
Purdue
score?
down by 3.
Ooh, down by 3. If we could patch this game in, that would be great. Look, I'm trying to log in with my work credentials. That's not going to work.
So, where do you think Grady Dick's going to be? Grady Dick, by the way, plays on KU. He's our shooting guard. One of the best shooting guards I've ever seen. When he's on. But good God, sometimes
he's on.
He just fell off the map.
Did you see his stat line yesterday?
Double, right?
Yeah, 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Man, that was a game. I did a parlay when I thought, man, everybody's on fire. I thought I won it, but no, apparently I didn't. I guess Jalen Winston, he was supposed to have some number of rebounds, and then DeJuan Harris was supposed to have a certain number of assists. That was the only thing that held me back from over $200. High rollers here, by the way. High rollers.
Right.
Hey, so if one of you guys want to give me your for whatever reason, it's not
that's negative because we're recording. So
you can write it down.
Yeah.
Or you could have figured out that TV and we could have had it on there.
Oh man, I guess the Purdue's up by 5 now.
Oh, they're up by 5. Well, now it's not interesting anymore. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because
that was quick.
And they were down by 3,
with
126 left.
They must have just hit a 3.
No, wait a minute. Purdue is down by 5. They're
Now-
down
no,
by 5.
no, we're getting live updates now.
They're
down by
losing
2.
to Fair Dickinson Knights.
That's a fair.
That is
Dickinson
an honest.
night.
That is. I didn't make that up. It is the Fair Dickinson
He's
Knights.
showing down by 2.
I think they just hit a 3, so they're down by 2
How
now.
much time is left? I'm showing 123.
Oh, I'm at 142 on this.
Yes.
Oh.
So yes.
So TI's more accurate.
So they must have
So
came
you
back.
can go
and
back
hit
and
3.
being excited again.
Yes. So hold on. Purdue is down by 2. We got 56 to 58. Again, if we can get somebody to pass over their password, we'll need the
See,
email
Ken is
and
saying
password
2
right
now.
here. Yes. Hey, email and password somebody, and we'll patch it into the podcast.
I don't know if I know how to do that.
No.
No, what? You don't know how to write down an email and a password?
We don't have a written permission consent from an NCAA to
Okay, well,
do such a thing. So we'll do.
we don't have
play
any
ourselves.
subscribers yet either, so I don't think
So we'll do
we're-
player
I don't think they're
play
going to
by
come
play
after us
ourselves.
for this one.
So it is a minute left. They're up by 5.
61 to 56.
Yeah.
Fair Dickinson Knights.
You don't think you have cable on this TV? I know
It has
you
to
do.
go through.
The Xbox?
Yeah, is Xbox over there?
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
How embarrassing. They're going to go down to the Fair Dickinson Knights.
That bet was like plus 10,000. Put a
That
100
would have
on
been-
that. Oh man. Yeah.
So as a Purdue fan, this is what it sounds like. It's probably really
So what did
quiet
Ken
now.
say?
About what?
Purdue.
It's going down.
Scott was saying 2.
It is 2. It was 5,
Going
then back to 2, but now it's back up to 5.
So the owner of our sponsorship, Smoketown Barbecue, is another friend of ours. We will call him the anonymous Texas fan. We'll call him every once in a while. He
Did
can
you
give his little
see
spill
the
about
picture of him in the Houston Texans jersey?
recently.
This is a couple years ago.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I called him out. He was, oh no.
The
Blah, blah,
anonymous
blah.
Texas fan. He grew up here in Kansas City. He moved to Texas, and then I don't know what he did. Now it's like a cult down there.
He's actually the anonymous Kansas fan from Texas. So he
Yeah.
says. But we think he's a closet Houston fan too.
All right, so you guys, let's talk about KU. We play tomorrow. What time?
What time do we? Let me look it up.
I think it's at 3:30 or
Is
something.
it 3:30? Do we want to get together for that game?
I don't see why not.
4:15.
4:15. I like that idea.
Arkansas has athletes. They probably have 2 people that are going to get drafted in the first
Dude,
round.
I heard that. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Where they ranked 8? They were seeded 8.
They're seeded 8.
Yeah, 8 against 1. Man, if Jalen Wilson doesn't have a game, I don't see
Wilson
anybody
is
else.
going to have a game. It's what is Harris going to do? Is he going? There's been a couple games. He just looks like crap.
Dewan.
Him and Dick.
Dewan.
If Dick is hot, man, I think we're good.
Oh, we had so many puns. I don't want to use them now. I think they're like
So, injury update for the Jayhawks. Where are we on McCluckers?
McCullers.
McCuller. I like to call him McCluckers, but yes,
He
we'll
played,
edit that out too.
He played all the first game. He looked good. It didn't look like he.
He missed the championship
Yeah,
game.
But he played
And
last night. And he looked
So
good.
okay, so that's what matters.
Yeah, yeah.
He
played
did play last night.
It's,
He played yesterday during the day, right? Unfortunately, I was enthralled. I was at work. I had planned to watch the game, but I had a touch base where I probably shouldn't say this. We're an employee. Never mind. So yes, it ran over and I missed the game. And by the time it was halftime, I was like, I'm not even going to watch it.
Oh yeah,
'cause-
McCuller. He had 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He had a solid.
All right. So is Walt on his third trip?
Walt's is at number 3.
Number 3. I might be shortly behind him. I hate to say, but
You guys in your bathroom breaks. All right, let's check the Purdue
brought to
game.
you by Yangling, the official, unofficial sponsor of
Oh,
Ad
man.
Astra Sports.
What was that?
I'm
What are
not
you doing,
sure.
man?
I don't know. Your shit fell apart back
Man.
here. Don't worry.
When
It
did
sounded
yours
like
go
some.
here?
It sounded like you had Legos that just fell. I
It
think
was a
it'll be
bunch of
fine.
It was the red cup, solo cups.
Oh, it'll be fine.
And ping
So
pong.
this would be perfect timing, right? So if we did like the Yangling thing and had like some music come in, like dun 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 dun, and then it would be like a perfect time for like, we have a caller coming in. We have Ken Chapman on the line. That would just feel like a.
Right. Purdue is down by 3 with 29 seconds.
Do we know who has the ball?
I don't. It does not say.
Uh-oh.
Here, I could watch live on
See,
here.
why don't I ever?
Yeah, pull it up live. Go ahead and patch it in.
Why don't I ever bet in?
Let's see if I can get it going.
I don't either. I don't know enough
Games
about
like
college outside of the Jayhawks.
Well, it's a number one. That's why.
What do you think, Gene? As what you said already earlier, I believe it goes off of FDU and the officials.
Oh, they're doing a out of bounds play here.
I hate those. Why do they have to take so freaking?
So
long?
who's inbounding the ball?
Well, they're reviewing on who it was out on. It looks like it's going to be out on. That's clearly out on FDU. So I think Purdue's going to get the ball here.
Fantastic for Purdue and the game.
Everybody's thinking Purdue basketball. Down by 3 with 29 seconds.
You can't add a foul. I know, I'm sure they do, Gene, but you can't add a foul there. No, you're right. And let's remember, too, that we're showing a 3.7 on that shot clock right now.
All right, meanwhile, once again, shout outs to our sponsors, Smoketown Barbecue, also known as Scott Gomes Barbecue, the anonymous Texas fan.
Yeah. I guess it would make more sense to stream that if we were currently live. Now that I think about it,
right,
right.
Well, they're still.
But we will still talk about it.
I'll turn it back up when they actually get back to playing. Now they're still doing the review, and like you said, they take forever. Like I just watched the video. It's clearly off FDU.
I told you. I hate that. Just go over there, take a couple of looks, and then come on back and say, "Yeah, this is what we think." Well, that's what you're gonna do anyways. What takes so long?
Yeah, and I do think they have to look at the clock and get the clock right and all that. But still, it takes
fine.
way too long.
If you're going to do that,
way too long.
Just say, okay, it's so-and-so's possession, right? But we got to look at the clock again. Give us updates. Don't just sit there for the next 10 minutes and everybody starts getting cold and sitting on the bench. And, you can only go over one play over and over again. You just keep, yeah. I don't like it.
Scott was saying that Edie, the number one player there on Purdue, only took 11 shots.
The big guy?
Yeah. And so on the online betting, his over or under was 23 points. I was like, man, I should bet him under. Yeah. But I did not.
I like that.
Once again, but in history, how many 1 seeds have gone down in the first round?
One.
Just one.
One.
Right. So how were we supposed to know that Purdue was going to go down also? And plus,
why are they still talking? Look, you could. That's probably not the best angle. They had a good angle, but it was out on that guy. Clearly out on that guy.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about? Brackets? How's your bracket, by the way? Busted?
So that's that's the number one thing said right after day one.
Yeah.
Oh, my bracket's busted.
Yeah.
My bracket sucks.
Yeah.
But my bracket does suck because I had Arizona winning in one of them. And
the entire thing?
Yes. And in my second bracket, I had them going to the championship game.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have them going that far. I had Arizona going to, I think, the Final Four, man. So that
I watched
help.
Arizona play UCLA in the Pac-12 championship game.
Yeah.
And they looked amazing. I'm like, dude, Arizona's the real deal. Apparently not.
Yeah, well, so did the Big 12, but then West Virginia was gone, and then Iowa State. Apparently, did you hear about
Oh my God, dude, they couldn't score for crap.
They were, I think it was the first half or something. They were 11 for 57.
Yeah, they were like 5% from the 3-point line.
Remember we used to play, and our team name was the Criminals. We used to play basketball in the basketball league. That sounds about right for us. That sounds about right how many times we would miss.
All right, here we go. We're going live.
Is hot. Oh, he's got a right to be set right and have it right in front of him.
Is that a charge?
I don't know what they called, but it was like they didn't call nothing.
So no call on that one?
There's a no call, but yeah, they jacked them up.
Looks like who's in the white?
Purdue's in the white.
Purdue's in the white. They're dribbling. Somebody got thrown down. There was no call.
Who's inbounding the ball? Do we got Purdue with the ball now?
Yes.
All right. Purdue down by 3, inbounding the ball.
They went back over the scoreboard again.
Oh, my goodness. I'm showing 18 seconds left. What are you showing?
Yeah, 19.7. I think that's where they went to the scoreboard to change it.
So, yeah, they probably went to the scoreboard to change the time. So you're probably more accurate than he is, but he's got video and you don't. But we're getting towards the end, ladies and gentlemen, towards the end of our very first podcast. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Our podcast would just get better. Hope you stick around. Hope you subscribe. Any products out there that want to use us as far as their platform for sponsorship, give us a call, give us a holler, reach out to us at Astra Boys Sports Podcast. We don't even have a tag.
I was about to say, we don't have a tag yet. We're getting that all together. We wanted to get the audio and the video together first.
I was like, where's he going? What's he going to say?
Should we start another?
Should
we start a Facebook one then? Or what?
We definitely need a YouTube, right? And then with YouTube, I think we should probably go ahead and do an Instagram, right?
Okay.
YouTube, Instagram.
Well, here we go. They're inbounding the ball. 19 seconds left.
Lawyer comes to get it. Now Smith. Smith tries.
Oh, swatted.
Again.
12 seconds left. Purdue basketball.
Seconds to go as Roberts is a little slow to get up.
You got it over there, Tony?
I have it over here.
All right, can you,
I didn't even have to log in.
can you
Bro, I don't think that's them.
Can you get it?
Oh, wait a minute.
That's Iona and UConn.
Yeah, so we're watching highlights over here.
He's watching
Let's go
highlights,
ahead
bro.
and
He's
listen
got
to
that.
your.
Here we go. Back
51 to 42 over here in his.
See how much time should be on the clock.
Oh my God, they're going back to the.
Yeah, we're going back to the scoreboard. All right,
What are we
good game.
doing?
I
Now
think
we gotta
is your
look
phone
to
on a
see-
loop?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 seconds
All right,
left
quick
here.
decision. And wow, how about you? Hey,
Oh, quick decision this time.
Hey, we're finally synced. I'm showing 12 seconds over here too.
That's kind of a big deal. It is number one, almost going down. You got to get it right.
We should talk about Orlando Brown before we wrap it up today. By the way,
They're going for a timeout. So okay. Oh, I can't believe we didn't talk about this. Orlando Brown.
Yeah, what
Last
did he
year-
say? I heard he said something.
Last year we offered him 5 years, 105 million. This year he signs 4 years, 65 million. What the fuck is that?
yeah, that was the most puzzling thing, right? And it sucks too because it takes something away from us, and it makes a nice addition to our biggest rival in the AFC.
Right. Yeah. But I guess he does get like a $31 million signing bonus, so all that money is up front. And
So
and
you think
Kansas
that was
City-
about the
and the Kansas
guaranteed
City-
money?
Yes. The Kansas City deal is more backloaded, so it was. I mean, I don't know.
But, gentlemen, we will see him again, and we're going to prove and showcase the actual player he is. Chris Jones is going to embarrass him.
Oh, who's that new guy we signed from the 49ers?
Jawan Taylor? No, that's from the
tackle.
Jaguars.
That's the tackle, but the
Yes.
defensive end guy.
I forget his name. Somebody, look it up.
This is why we
All right.
need to write notes.
Here we go. Last 12 seconds.
Having trouble getting it in. Lawyer in the corner. Lawyer puts
Shot
up
up.
three.
Air ball.
Roberts, and he's gone.
Oh, Purdue is going down.
So Purdue, what's the score, Joe? Let's
61-58. 7 seconds left.
Oh.
FDU at the free throw line.
Oh.
He shot that like, I gotta take a three.
So that's
Yeah,
one bracket
it's
that's
over.
a bust.
Purdue is out of here.
Purdue was overrated. Purdue was a joke.
If they miss, even if they make
It was.
All right.
So,
We want to
back-
wrap it up on that.
So we're gonna
Number one seed going down.
number one seed going down.
Second time ever. Should have made that bet.
So then tomorrow we're going to go watch the KU game, and then the rest of the weekend, and then after that it goes to what, 32?
No,
No, we
after
are
this
at
week,
the
16. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
after this
So next
weekend
week-
it'll be
next weekend will be
Sweet
16,
16. Yes.
If we win tomorrow, we'll be in the Sweet
We'll go
16.
to sweet. Yeah, we'll go dancing.
They call that the second chance bracket for all
Okay.
those people that lost out on their brackets.
So then that'll be sometime what, Thursday, Friday, something like that.
Yeah, they'll probably do a Thursday. You'll play Thursday, Saturday, or you'll play Friday, Sunday.
Okay. And then, wait a
Was you
minute.
talking about Tershawn Wharton? Was that the defensive tackle you was talking about that we signed?
No. That's our guy.
Oh, we re-signed him. That's right.
But we signed the guy from the 49ers.
Charles
Who's the guy from the 49ers?
Omenayu? Is that who it was?
Yeah, it was a weird name.
Yeah, I think it's Charles Omen. I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure. But yeah, we got that guy Charles.
So,
Charles O.
Charles O. We'll call him Charles O. We
Omenayu.
signed him on the 14th.
Charles Omenahu.
And we're bringing back Nick Allegretti at guard.
I did see that.
All right, well, good signings. Good signings.
That's a good
Yeah.
depth signing right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Chiefs are doing so far. KU is hopefully advancing tomorrow. Next time you'll see our podcast, we'll be talking about the KU going to the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. We'll do this podcast every other week, and we'll have a lot more material for you folks around here for the Kansas City area. But other than that, I bid you adieu. I am Waltz.
This is Joe.
And this is T.I.
And you have any questions or inquiries, you can just go ahead and reach out to us in the comments section. So thanks again. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys later. T.I., can you
Send us out?
yeah, send us out? Right over there. No, you turned off your laptop.
I had just turned off the laptop. I didn't know that I was gonna be.
At Astra Boys.
Oh man.
At Astra Boys. Don't
Joe's
worry.
got us. Joe's got us on the on the outro.
It's not that.
Hold on.
It's not
Oh no,
that-
we're gonna get it. It ain't got to be perfect, but we're gonna get there. There you go.
We
We got a little-
we gotta hit the ad
You
first.
couldn't
A little
use that
merch.
meanwhile?
A little Marshall.
My bad. There we go.
At Astra Boys. Thanks you for joining us. We'll catch you next time. I hope you enjoyed it. Go Kansas City. Go Jayhawks. Go Royals. Catch you on the next broadcast. We are the Ad Astra Boys Sports Podcasting. Thank you.